Hey, you guys. I was just sitting here thinking about how awesome summer is and how Mia was talking about how over the weekend she went to a wedding and a concert. So then it's really hard to hit play on Monday because we just have more things in the summer. We have this awesome freedom in our schedules, but it's often filled up with like camping trips and vacation and concerts and weddings and anniversaries and, all of the things. So I was just sitting here thinking, what's something practical that we could do? I thought about like reposting Erin's kick off the summer video. I thought about reposting the nutrition workshop video. But I have been listening. Mondays are kind of my day for body stuff. Like I get caught up on a lot of things. So I was just listening to today, Amoila gave every week they do like a big body talk. It's called the National Wake Up Call, and they talk about new stuff, which they just announced that Snickerdoodle is going to be the new Shakeology flavor coming in October. So I'm excited about that one. I think that'll be really good. But side note, but he was the speaker along with Elise, which her thing was really good too. But Amoila was the main speaker on that call today. And one of the things that he talked about, which was so good, is he talked about for him, he talked about a ton of things. He talked about how it's not about motivation, it's about discipline. And he talked about how getting his stuff done first thing in the morning sets the tone for the day and makes such a big difference. And, all of that kind of stuff that we already know. But something that really hit home for me that made a lot of sense to me, especially with where my mind was going today about how to help you guys through these summer months, was he said he created for himself years ago a 10 commandments. And he said that he's not going to share with us what his 10 commandments are. He said, because they're personal, I'll share with you mine. But he talked about how every day he tries to hit 7 out of 10 of those things because that's still passing. That's still winning. So he created a 10 commandments for himself, for his health, for every single day, which I thought was awesome and like totally doable and achievable. It's our idea of the ladder with our big goal at the top. So I would make my 10 commandments to match whatever that goal is that I have at the top of my ladder. So let's say my goal is to lose 25 pounds, then all of the things in my 10 commandments, which I guess 10 commandments would go this way, a ladder goes this way, all of the things on my 10 commandments then would match that big goal. So if my goal is to be the healthiest version of myself, then same thing. Like all of my 10 commandments are then going to match that big goal that I have. So I'm not going to write 10 commandments on mine. I think that I'm going to write, I haven't made it yet, but I'll post it when I do. But I think I'm going to write my big goal at the top, and then I'm going to write my 10 at the bottom, and I might even stick it in one of those like sleeve protectors, for papers, like that you put papers in, so that I can whiteboard marker it off every day so that I can physically see my tally marks or my checklists or whatever. So maybe I'll add that in. I was going to say let's keep going with the tally marks in July, but maybe this is what we should do instead. Maybe this is where we should keep track of the tally marks. So maybe instead, you can see I'm processing this as I'm going, but maybe instead of putting it on a whiteboard, or dry erase or whatever, maybe I'll make a table out of it so that I can see my check marks for the whole month of July. So I thought that would be a great idea to keep us motivated, to keep us on track. I loved the idea of 7 out of 10 because that's Erin B- work still gets results, right? Because you can't check off, or I guess you could check off 8 things. And then that would be a B- because that would be 80%. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so tired. This weekend was so long. It was so good, but it was so long. So either let's aim for 7 or 8 things to check off of this list every day. I'll post my 10 commandments down below. But just throwing that out there, I thought that was an awesome summer challenge. So let's do that for the month of July. Let's make it 10 commandments. Let's write down what our 10 things are. And if you're willing, share it with us so that then we can cheer each other on and keep one another accountable. And that'll be our giveaway then for the month of July, is how many tally marks you get for the whole month. Okay, sound good? I feel like I was going to tell you something else too. I can't remember what it was. So here's this. Let's do this 10 Commandments thing in July. Sound good?